a CRZY News Bulletin. The body of the Murgatroyd serial killer, Eric Niedermeyer, is missing from the medical examiner's office. Speculations range along the lines of angry family members of one of the many slain victims having stolen their body for revenge purposes to the possibility of macabre trophy hunters having stolen the body. Lieutenant Skitters announced that no measures to recover the body or identify the ghoulish culprits will be taken. He went on to explain, in a press conference earlier today, that he felt that Murgatroyd had already suffered enough grief with the more than 22 victims in the past 4 years, and that the faster the whole thing can be closed, the faster the healing process for Murgatroyd can move forward. In other news today, Vincini stock again rallied with the huge box office success of the new hit movie Zombie War Apocalypse at the Vincini Tripleplex
Dr. Getrick, have you been successful? Have you brought my son Eric back to life?
Yes.
Is he alive?
Yes, Judy Vincini. Eric Niedermeyer, your son, is now alive once again. He is not yet in a fully conscious state, he is more or less in a coma, you might say. But rest assured, over time, he will definitely regain consciousness, and the retraining of his mind can begin.
Dr. Getrick, I am Flashy the paper doll. Wait, you are not the right Dr. Getrick. Oh, that's right, this is 1889, you must be an ancestor of the Dr. Getrick who created me.
Well, hello there, Flashy. Howdy, Jake. I don't reckon I've ever seen a girl made out of paper before. Yes, my name's Dr. Getrick, but I've never seen you before, young lady. It don't look to me like you've got any teeth. I'm a dentist, so I don't know if I can help you, Miss Flashy. Jake, it's nice meeting your new little paper girlfriend, but I reckon there ain't a whole lot I can do as a dentist. But I have a feeling y'all may be here for another reason as well. What might that reason be?
Yes, Dr. Getrick, you are correct. Jake here has something very important to tell you. He must warn you about something.
Well,
Dr.
hello.
Getrick.
Yes, Flashy's right. Dr. Getrick, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. As you know, when you shot his brother years ago, you knew he'd be back to get revenge, and in fact he is. And he's here in town. You know who I'm talking about. Texas Johnson's here, and he's challenged you to a deal. He wants to have it in the center of town, but I have an old score to settle, and the sheriff's on our side here, Sheriff Slakowski, so here's what I'm thinking. As you know, when my dad passed away, I inherited the ranch out there. I'm thinking maybe at the Quint Corral. We should have this showdown at the Quint Corral at noon tomorrow. I'll be ready with my men, and you, Dr. Getrick, can be ready with whatever forces you can muster, because we know Texas Johnson's brought his bad guys into town, and I've done taught Flashy here how to handle guns, and she's become quite a little sharpshooter, I might say. We went target practicing, and Flashy's got good aim. She can hit a bullseye on the target every time. So, just letting you know you're not alone, Dr. Getrick. We're going to have us a showdown at the Quint Corral tomorrow at high noon. Just thought I'd let you know what's up so you can get ready. All right. Have a good day, Dr. Getrick. Hello there. Hey, you couple. Y'all best come in. Hear all that rain, that thunder? Y'all don't need to be outside in this stuff. What happened? Did your car break down? Everybody around here just calls me Uncle Frank. I see the little dog there with you is going to get wet, too. You might as well bring it in, too. Don't sit down and dry out and watch TV or whatever. My wife, they call her Aunt Suki. She's up there in town doing her new shindig. You know, she wrote and directed that new Phantom of the Opry. I don't know if y'all heard about it or not. It's a satire, kind of a comedy kind of a thing, you know, and all like that. So anyhow, if y'all need help with your car, I'll be more than happy. I'm kind of handy around with things like that, and I imagine I can get it running tonight. Where y'all headed to?
Thank you. Thank you so much for your hospitality, Uncle Frank. Yes, my boyfriend here didn't bother to charge up his cell phone before we took off on the road, and he didn't fix the radiator either. Thank you for letting us come in out of the rain and for letting our dog come in also. We really appreciate your
Yes,
help.
Uncle Frank. I appreciate you letting us come in and dry off. And yeah, she's right. Damn it. Trish is always right. I should have charged up my cell phone. Should have got the radiator fixed before we took off. Here I am stranded 4 miles from Murgatroyd. Yes, this is what they call flats out. I don't know. I heard nothing but weird tales about Murgatroyd, everything from walking paper dolls to serial killers. But thank you for letting us dry off, and maybe we can get my radiator fixed before dark. Thank you, Uncle Frank. Well, as heavy as it's raining and all, I don't think we can work on that radiator till the rain quits. Y'all just as well if you sit there by the fireplace and dry off, and a little dog there can dry off too. I'll go in there and get the dog part of the pork chop I got left over in the ice box. I'm keeping my triple for my late night snack. But y'all just have a seat there in front of the fireplace. I'll be right back with that pork chop for the dog.
This is a CRZY News Bulletin. The body of the Murgatroyd serial killer, Eric Niedermeyer, is missing from the medical examiner's office. Speculations range along the lines of angry family members of one of the many slain victims having stolen the body for revenge purposes to the possibility of macabre trophy hunters having stolen the body. Lieutenant Skitters announced that no measures to recover the body or identify the ghoulish culprits will be taken. He went on to explain, in a press conference earlier today, that he felt that Murgatroyd had already suffered enough grief with the more than 22 victims in the past 4 years, and that the faster the whole thing can be closed, the faster the healing process for Murgatroyd can move forward. In other news today, Vincini stock again rallied with the huge box office success of the new hit movie Zombie War Apocalypse at the Vincini Triple Festival.
Ugly Truth Confessions, the show where you call and unreveal the ugliest, dirtiest, meanest thing you ever did in your life to another human being. You may want to remain anonymous on this voice, and voice disguising technology will be provided upon request. Only the truth here on this show tonight, the no-holds-barred, raw, naked, brutal truth revealed right here on Ugly Truth Confessions.
Yeah, this is Aunt Susie. I just felt like getting something off my chest, and now this happened a couple of years ago. Back when Uncle Frank would go off across the river to a tavern and get drunk as a skunk and then come driving home at 3 o'clock in the morning and all, you know. Anyway, I had Uncle Frank's teeth, and was he ever mad? He really got mad. He sure got mad. You know why I hid Uncle Frank's teeth? Because he went across the river and got drunk. That's my true confession for tonight. This has been Aunt Susie. Goodbye.
In the year 1889 when it was known as 6 Gun Murgatroyd. A shootout is about to occur at the Quant Corral between the forces of Jake Quent, which include both Flashy the Paper Doll 2 and Sheriff Slokowski, against the evil outlaw Texas Johnson and his men. The opposing forces gather for the showdown as the clock approaches high noon.
Jake, oh Jake. I am so glad you are alright. But look, we did it. Texas Johnson and his 2 men are dead. But oh my god, Jake, so is Sheriff Slokowski? He was also killed during the gunfight. But look. Dr. Getrick is still conscious. He took a bullet, but he is still alive. Jake, you may not believe me, but I know a way we can save Dr. Getrick. If I can get him to the energy time flux field, I can get him to my own time where he can receive life-saving medical attention. Jake, help me carry him. Trust me, Jake.
Flashy,
Please trust me.
Flashy. I have been seriously wounded. Please get me help as quickly as possible. Jake, we won. Texas Johnson and his men are dead. I only hope that I am able to survive this gunshot. Jake, Flashy is a special girl, even if she is a paper doll.
Oh,
Take
Dr.
good care of
Getrick,
her.
don't worry, we will get you to the medical attention that you need. You may not be the same Dr. Getrick who created me, but you do look and sound like him and you are obviously his ancestor. Okay Jake. Here we go towards the time energy flux field and I must take Dr. Getrick back with me to my own time. So it is goodbye for now, Jake, but who knows? You may see me again. We paper dolls do a lot of time traveling. Ha, 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 ha.
Corral in 6-gun Murgatroyd in the year 1889, Flashy 2 has taken the seriously injured dentist, Dr. Getrick, back through the energy time flux field to return to the Murgatroyd of 2016 where she hopes to get badly needed medical attention for him from her own Dr. Getrick
Drive
in her own
Getrick.
time.
Dr. Getrick, you must save this man. He is one of your ancestors, the dentist from 6-gun Murgatroyd in 1889. He has been struck by a bullet during the shootout at the Quent Corral. You can save his life, and I know you have matters to discuss with me
Yes,
as well.
Flashy. I recognize this man from my grandfather's old photo albums. This man here is my great-great-great-grandfather. Let's carry him over here, quickly. Dr. Janet Reeves Sommer will assist us in getting this man onto a stretcher so that we can administer emergency care. Thank you very much Flashy 2 for bringing him to me. It is not every day that one gets to meet one's own ancestor
Drive
in
Getrick.
person.
Dr. Getrick, you realize, of course, this means that we must leave the other patient unattended for a period of time. Are you sure that is a safe thing to do at this moment? Are you certain,
Dear
Dr.
Jacqueline,
Gedrick?
my dear Dr. Reeves Summer, I am afraid that if I am going to save this man's life, we have no choice. Let's go. Let's go. This is fantastic. The surgery was a success. We removed the bullet from my great-great-great-grandfather and he is in stable condition. Thank you, Flashy 2, for getting him here. And now I must attend to you as well. The microprocessor chip I installed in you when I created you was damaged when a lightning bolt struck the energy time flux field just as you entered it. This caused you to briefly malfunction and believe that you had been sent to destroy the other Flashy. I will now replace the chip with the new one and you will be back to normal.
Yes, Dr. Gedrick. I am so glad to be back here in the very lab where I was created and so glad I was able to save your ancestor by getting him here to you for medical care. Yes, I know that you will do what is best for me also, and I thank you so much for Dr. Gedrick. Yes.
Oh, Dr. Gedrick, oh no. The other patient has escaped our facility here. He has left way too soon, way before all of the rehabilitative therapy could be performed. What can we do, Dr. Gedrick?
Oh my
what
God.
can we do?
Dr. Reeves Summer, this is indeed a dire emergency. We must track him down at once and get him back here. The public cannot know of our research, nor can the public learn of his existence. We must get him back here somehow immediately. Flashy 2, you can aid us in locating him and bringing him back.
September 2043 in Paris, France and Flashy the paper doll is troubled by a sudden, vivid nightmare, a precognitive vision warning of her of a devastating event involving both her and her double.
Am I seeing double? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? There's two of you, sister. I don't believe this. Two Flashies. Huh. Double the trouble, double the fun. I'll slice and dice both of y'all into thousands of shreds of paper. Yes, by 1,000 cuts, all right. There'll be nothing left of either one of you when I'm through with you.
Oh, Woody. Oh my goodness, Woody. I just had another precognitive nightmare. I just foresaw that there is a duplicate of me, a twin, so to speak, that Dr. Gedrick created and that the Murgatroyd serial killer was trying to destroy both of us. Even though I have never met her, I must go back and save my twin sister, the other Flashy, from this dreadful attacker. The two of us can successfully defeat this evil killer. So Woody, You stay here and take care of our many children, and I must go back through the energy time flux field to our own time of 2016 and face this evil attacker and save my sister. I must leave at once. I could feel that this event is very close to transpiring back in our time period. Don't worry, I will be okay and I will be back. I promise I will return. Woody, explain to the children as best you can what it is that I had to go back and take care of. I love you, Woody the Woodpulp Boy, and I will be back soon. Wish me luck, wish me luck.
Utterly exhausted, Dr. Getrick, and we have spent hours looking for Eric to no avail. We must hope that he is alright and does not collapse. If he is found and recognized, we will lose him completely and would open up the danger of our work being discovered here as well. We must get back to the lab and hope that he will return there. That is all that we can do at the moment. We cannot involve the authorities for many obvious reasons, as you fully well know, Dr.
Reeves Summer. We will simply have to get some sleep and resume the search tomorrow. I do believe that Eric is harmless enough and probably still too weak to pose a threat to anyone. Plus, being clinically dead before we got him, his brain wave activity had ceased. Once we brought him back to life, I had managed to reteach him a great deal and he was coming along nicely, of course. I really believe he has changed and has no memory of his former violent self. Right now we must get Flashy 2 back to the lab so that I can replace her damaged microprocessor chip.
Dr. Getrick, that procedure was so fast and painless and easy? With a new microprocessor chip. Now I understand that the other Flashy is not my enemy and that you sent me to bring her back here. Well, I have very good news, Dr. Getrick. Because she and I am both basically the same being, I have a psychic link to her and can share her thoughts. Also because of this new microprocessor chip I can sense that she is very near. Dr. Getrick. Flashy is now back in this time period of 2016 and she is on her way to the lab here now. And I am not sure why, but she has no memory or ever meeting me or ever confronting me in Paris, France. I am glad she has no memory of that, because I sincerely regret it.
Listen to
I
me,
honestly do.
Flashy 2, you have no reason to feel guilt or regret. You were not yourself and it was not your fault. The reason that the other Flashy does not remember you confronting her in Paris, France in the future is because that actually happened in an alternate timeline. More than one timeline has been created and even the current one that we are in has been altered in many ways, some subtle and others more profound, but ways nonetheless that we will never fully know or understand. There is a race of immortal beings who are aware of the changes, and they move from one alternate reality and from one timeline to another, but they rarely appear and even more rarely intervene. But Dr. Reeves Summer and I have seen one of them on the monitor screen, a man in a black hat. There are others besides him. of course, and seem unaffected by time, as if they existed somehow outside of time. I am very intrigued, but information on these beings is still very limited, of course. Okay, Flashy 2, I see here now on the monitor where the original Flashy is indeed on her way back here, just as you know as well. We must get ready to greet her now.
Oh my goodness, you poor thing. Who are you? I can tell you're a man. You see, I might be blind but I'm not stupid. Your wrist. Oh my gosh. Your pulse speed is way too high, and your heart rate too. We need to get you to my place so you can lie down and rest. What have you been doing? Are those stitches on your chest? Come with me now, come with me. I don't live far from here at all. I live by myself. You me and my seeing-eye dog. But he's very friendly. After you sleep for a while I will give you something to eat. What's your name anyway?
My name is Eric. And this is Murgatroyd.
Oh my goodness, home sweet home at last. Ha ha ha. Eric, please pardon my messy apartment. You know I can't see anything. Ha ha ha, at least I can laugh about it. Hope you don't mind, I keep the television going all the time. It helps me keep my mind occupied, you know. See, my dog likes you already. Just lie down there on the couch and sleep for a while, and when you wake up I will have something ready for you.
Your mind running slow? Are your thinking processes sluggish? Try the new Vincini Ultra Deluxe Super Mental Alertness Formula. It brings your brain back to life. Sharpens your dull mind to a fine focus so that you can be in control of your life both vertically and horizontally. So come get some Vincini Ultra Deluxe Super Mental Alertness and experience the awe and mystery of being fully aware of life once again instead of one of the brain-dead masses.
Listeners already know that your phone call is aired live right here on Left Tomac Dark and Deep show, as well as on the radio show. So I guess we're ready to start a show. It is open mic. I'm not going to bore you with details about our honeymoon in Paris. I'll do a special Left Tomac show about that. But you're free to call in again and talk about any relevant news topic, any local event, any major event, anything. Just call in. We're ready to take your calls. And it looks like we have a caller right now on line 1. Go ahead, caller.
Hello,
Obviously, I wish to remain anonymous during this call, but I am one of the thousands of women nationwide who had her face scarred by that Vincini face cream a few years ago. How in the hell Judy Vincini got away with putting that low-level acid in the face cream is beyond me. And that class action lawsuit. Well, I was part of that, and I will not disclose the small settlement that I received, but I will tell you that it was downright insulting. It won't even come close to touching the pain and suffering I endured the past several years. I have been to 4 different dermatologists and they all tell me that there is nothing they can do, that I will just have to live with it. Well, I wonder how Judy Vincini can live with herself knowing what she did. You would have thought those televised Senate hearings would have done her in, but she ended up getting romantically involved with Senator Quint and that relationship somehow protected her, I guess. Then he got shot, of course, a tragedy, to be sure. But she's still just waltzing around like nothing ever happened. And then it turned out her out-of-wedlock son that she wouldn't claim and didn't even raise turned out to be the Murgatroyd serial killer. My God, what a madhouse. I think Murgatroyd itself has gone insane. It's all just nuts, just absolutely nuts. That's all I have to say for now. Thanks for taking my call and having me on here. Goodbye for now.
Thank you for taking my call. My name is Bradson and I'm going to call it straight as I see. I study history and anthropology, especially Native American Indian history, and I would like to bring something up that I ran across in my research. As you know, the Tiwakanani Indian tribe fled this area nearly 400 years ago when the nearby religious fanatics of Flat Town were going after them to try to destroy them. Anyway, I ran across where the shaman, the high priest, the medicine man, what have you, of the Tiwakanani Indians actually placed a curse, yes that's right, a curse, upon this whole Antwerp area. So to be honest with you, I think all of the bad stuff, the living paper doll Flashy, that wooden creature, Murgatroyd burning to the ground and having to be rebuilt, even the Murgatroyd serial killer and all his victims, I think all of that is a result of the curse that was placed upon Murgatroyd by that Indian shaman. Now that's my theory. So I've said what I have to say. Les, peace out. Peace out, everybody. Later.
Murgatroyd serial killer. Murgatroyd serial killer. My name is Eric. Eric.
Eric, oh Eric. Did the TV wake you up? Here, I cooked up a pizza while you were asleep. Wake up and enjoy. Here's some Vinci Pop to wash it down with. And hey, I got you some of those Vincini mental alert pills to help you get your memory back. Here, take on now Eric, take one now. I got another Vinci Pop in the fridge too if you want another one in a few minutes. Eric, oh my goodness, you ate all that pizza and drank the last 3 Vinci Pops. Well, just sit there and rest and watch TV and let the mental alertness pill do its wonders while I run off to the store to get another pizza and another 6-pack of Vinci Pop. Unless you'd rather have some wine instead. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and get both. I didn't mind drinking a little wine myself this evening. Be back in a few minutes. Don't worry, the dark doesn't bother me, after all, I'm used to it. It's dark for me 24/7 anyway. Hi 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 ha. See you in a few minutes.
RZY News Update. Hi, this is Ronson Gilroy here bringing you a brief news update here in Murgatroyd. The body of the Murgatroyd serial killer, Eric Niedermeyer, has still not been found and the investigation has been called off. In other news today, Vincini stock again rose 3 points with the sudden national popularity of the new Vincini mental alertness formula. In sports, the Murgatroyd Slayers will be taking on the Flat Town Dicers at Quent Memorial Stadium this weekend and tickets are already selling out. We will be bringing you live coverage of the game right here on CRZY this Sunday afternoon.
Vincini Ultra Deluxe Mental Alert Formula will unleash your latent awareness powers. Get some today and heighten your awareness. Side effects include, but are not limited to, remarkably enhanced memory, sudden violent outbursts, occasional increases in aggressive behavior, irritable genital syndrome, itching of the eardrum, minor ankle aches, enhanced flexibility of the wrists, and some users have also reported wild daydreams during waking hours. Vincini assumes no responsibility for the actions of anyone under the influence of this formula.
Dr. Getrick, it certainly reveals what high regard Dr. Derrickson has for you to entrust you with the time flux energy field while he is recuperating from a heart attack. I am so glad that after all of these years the two of you were able to set aside any rivalry or competitiveness and become cooperative colleagues.
And I do have high regard for him as well. He understood my need to get the duplicate Flashy back here, and now that the original Flashy has also returned, the two of them can be reunited. They are both actually flipped sides of the same being, like the opposite sides of a coin. By combining them back together, a new, stronger Flashy will emerge who will retain the strengths and memories of each
I am
of them.
Flashy too. An exact duplicate of you, Flashy. Greetings, Flashy 2, I am the original Flashy. Now we shall unite and become one, for we are in fact each halves of a complete whole, and by joining together and becoming one entity, the sum of both of us can be greater than our separate halves.
RZY.
Dr. Getrick, I don't care how many glasses of wine we consume, this situation just isn't going to go away. We are in a serious position here and we have an ethical responsibility to other people here, and you know this as well as I do. Eric is loose and could very well pose a danger to other people, and you know we have been unable to locate him for 3 days now. He could have gone anywhere by now. Granted, he still hadn't regained a lot of physical strength when he walked out of the lab, but if he found a place to stay, somewhere to rest and eat, who knows? I am very, very worried about him reverting to the way he was before he was killed. How can we be sure that won't happen? I really believe that we absolutely must alert the authorities that he is not only alive but is out roaming around.
Jacqueline, do you realize it would spell the end of this biotech lab and an end to years of life-saving research? I've been working for over 2 decades on bringing someone back to life after they are clinically dead, and now I have finally achieved success with the resurrection of Eric. Need I remind you that you are also neck-deep in this? And with him having been a serial killer, the legal ramifications alone against you and I both could be grossly unfair, and there could be a knee-jerk overreaction against us, not just from law enforcement and the media but from the public at large. We could quickly become outcasts and pariahs, or even the target of a lynch mob mentality. No, we absolutely must keep quiet about all of this. I am confident that Eric is harmless to himself and others. Please, let's just sit and wait. He may even come back here.
Welcome to the Les Tomac Show. It is great to be back. Imogen and I had a whirlwind honeymoon in Paris, France, but it's always good to be back here hosting my show. And tonight, to start the show off with a big bang, we have the somewhat local legend and local celebrity, Uncle Frank, who's been calling in to call-in radio talk shows all over town for years now, and he's even appeared on my show a couple of times before, as you may recall. But Uncle Frank has a new hit country song that's climbing the charts. It's called My Stepson, Where's a Stepson? So, everybody, welcome Uncle Frank. Yes, Uncle Frank here, and Les Tomac invited me on to the show to sing my newest hit song that's climbing the country charts. And I reckon some of y'all have probably heard this song lately. It's been getting a lot of airplay. It's called My Stepson, Where's the Stepson? And it goes a little something like this. Well, my stepson wears a stepson every Saturday night. He might be a drugstore cowboy, but by God, he looks all right. And when he walks down the sidewalk on a Saturday night, he might be wearing cowboy boots, and they might be too darn tight. Well, my stepson wears a stepson every Saturday night. He might be a drugstore cowboy, but by God, he looks all right. Yeehaw! Yeah, my stepson wears a stepson every Saturday night. It might be a drugstore cowboy, but by God, he looks alright.